Hey, hello, makeup time. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna talk about priming today, and I'm gonna show you a pink lip. So this is a blemish that is like so far under the skin. It's like really, it's deep and it's like not like it's wide too, like because it's so far down under there. So first I am going to take this wet sponge. This is what I call a perfector sponge, and I've sprayed the setting spray on it first, and so I'm priming my face with it, and I'm hitting that spot and on my nose too. Sometimes the makeup is hard to stay on my nose. I'm gonna do my eyes too. So that is just the regular setting spray on a sponge. This is already wet and damp and it's wrung out, and I sprayed the setting spray right on there. So I'm just gonna put that off to the side, and I'm gonna show you how my whole face is in here. It's all in there. So there's a lot of options in here too. This is a bigger compact, but the 3D foundation is really comprised, let me hold it this way, is really comprised of like a color corrector. I go between these for the fall and the winter. I use this. It's a little more orange for correcting the redness. Isn't that amazing? So this is a little bit more color science, but that's the kind of thing that I'm looking at when I offer shade recommendations. And so I'm going to use that color and get rid of that right away. Isn't that amazing? So the primer is really helpful because it will help the makeup stick to that area. So cool. That color is called Mango. It's not always the color for everybody, but it's a good color to like tackle some redness. So let me know what you're struggling with. And that's the beauty of having a shade recommendation. Well, actually, I'm going to use this pink color called Petal in here. My eyes actually maybe look a little bit more red right now, so maybe I'll go back to the Mango color. It's all about color science and not covering up your skin, but working to neutralize some of those spot areas, because once you neutralize a couple areas, you're really good to go. It can be really simple. So while this looks like a whole bunch of different shades, please know it's all an option. So one of the questions I get a lot is, do I have to do the whole thing? Like, contour can look intimidating, and I get that. The answer is no, you don't have to do the whole thing. I love it because it's right there and it's fun to play with, and then you learn a little bit and you try a little bit more. And why not? You're just taking a brush across the different areas and the different colors. And so I'm going to use this is my main skin tone color called the Highlight. I'm going to go right over. You can go right over where you color corrected. And it's a light application. Yay, hey! It's a real light application. And if you did hit a spot with color corrector, press the foundation or your highlight into it. Hello, good evening for you, Holly. Yay, so press it into it. You don't always need to swipe, because then sometimes your skin will move. I mean, the skin does move, duh. Okay, that's that spot I color corrected a second ago. So your skin does move. That's the beauty of cream makeup, is that it moves with your skin. It's not like a covering of your skin. It actually like kind of becomes one with your skin and looks so incredible. So incredible. So I'm gonna make sure I go over that color corrected area. So you could be good to go. Like, that's kind of how we know makeup to be anyway. But now that we've got a little dimension, let's work with it. So this is called the 3D brush. I don't talk about this brush very much, but it is pretty cool. It can do all the foundation things. It's got a little angle so you can get into small spaces. And you know, double-ended brushes are kind of great because it makes the whole thing pretty easy. I'm going to take one of the ends in the contour and go right on my cheekbone. So if you want a higher lifted look for your cheekbone, put the contour on your cheekbone. You don't necessarily need to go under it. If you want a higher look, take the contour and go right on top of your cheekbone. I start from up here because then the color will diminish down as you come under your cheek, and you'll stop like by the corner of your eye or by where your pupil would drop down. And I will take the contour up here because when I create that shadow with the contour, I don't know what the word is I want to say. It brightens up the center of my face just by fact of having the shadow there. So it's not always about seeing the darkness. It's what the darkness does to enhance the lighter part. Isn't that cool? So whatever's left, I'll go under here, under my jaw. And I do love to always tell you to try the contour under your lip for a little fuller lip. Just like that. Neat. All right, I will switch brushes. So this was the 3D brush. The other brush that I don't talk a ton about but can be really helpful is the multitasker brush. You can see I've used it for lipstick. But what I will do is use it to play with the nose contour also. So it's always optional to play with the nose contour, but it's a great way to bring definition to your nose so you avoid that like flat makeup look. And make new straight lines of your nose. If you have a crooked nose, you make your own straight lines close together. Okay, and then you can kind of come under here a little bit. There, I'm gonna darken that up. Can you see that already? Isn't that fun? So fun. And then you can take the bridge of your nose into your brow. I know, totally looks bizarro. All right. I will use that same brush, and I kind of want to brighten this up a little bit more, so I'll take the brightener shade, which is a little lighter, and you can even like dab between and kind of customize your shade as your skin changes in the season, which is so fun. Awesome. So these little tins are only $14. Goodness, I don't have the Rona. I don't think. Oh, all right, so put that lighter shade right in between there, kind of above my lip, and then down here. What I will do is blend it in with that perfector sponge. And I'm really just pressing the colors together, pressing it into my skin, dabbing it all around. And because these are all cream products, you can blend the colors really nicely, really easily. It's just the best makeup ever. I would never get over it. It's the best. If you have friends that don't know about this, add them to this group because it is the best. So fun. And I'm here to help you. If it's a new way of thinking about makeup, it totally is. So it might feel confusing at the beginning, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you through it because I believe in it that much. It looks that good. All right, next part, we're gonna add a little blush. I'm gonna do this color. This is a bright pink color called Dahlia. And you can put it on the apples of your cheek and run it up your cheekbone. More kind of like on the side of your face if you want. It looks really pigmented, but just blend it out. And keep in mind, if you're trying this for the first time and you're like, whoa, I can see that color, you need to soften it. And all you're gonna do is you can blend it with the brush like that, or you can get the perfector sponge and dab it in, okay? It's really okay. Have fun with it. It's totally foolproofable. You are not gonna mess this up. If you step back from your mirror and you can see the line, you're just gonna soften it up. That's the trick. And that's really the only tricky thing about it, I promise. All right, so you can add, I love to add a bronzer in here. I do it with a big brush. I keep these bronzer colors side by side, and it's a fun way to add a little warmth, even in the winter. but that kind of looks warm to me already. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna show you how to set that blemish if you had a blemish like I did. And these compacts have a mirror in it. I always forget that when I'm doing my makeup in the phone. Let's think. All right, let's add a little illuminator. Illuminator is the prettiest part of the whole thing. This is a powder illuminator called Starlit. And the illuminator goes on the high points of your face, like the high part of your cheekbone. It catches the light when you turn into the side. You can put a little up here. This is the bomb if you are on Zoom or wearing a mask all the time and you feel like, oh my gosh, I really haven't been able to like kind of put myself together because the mask covers me up. You need illuminator. You need to fill in your brows and get a good mascara. That will do the trick. A little illuminator on your nose. It's really fun. So pretty. It's the prettiest part. So awesome. So illuminator's great. You can even use it in the inner part of your eye. That will give you like an awake and an alive look. Just like that. Let's talk a little bit about how to set that blemish. So I've got a setting powder in here. This is called Vanilla Dust. It's so cool that it fits right in the compact. And I'm gonna put a bunch of it on this brush. And I'm gonna pat that spot. Now, if you've got a translucent setting powder, you can set that also. Like you can even take your little perfector sponge, rub it in the translucent setting powder if you have loose powder. And this technique is called baking. And it's really helpful for setting blemishes or problem areas where you want your coverage to stay, and under eye. It's very helpful to keep the makeup in place in the under eye, okay? I love to do it in here where I get a little oily, keeps my makeup set, even with my mask on. It's a dream. The Vanilla Dust setting powder is really loose. I mean, not loose, fine. It's very fine. And it does a really great job. So you can press that on. This is the power powder brush, and it really presses it in. It's a very dense brush and really good for that. So you can let that sit for a minute or two. I'll go and do my eyes and I'll show you how I dust it off. But letting the powder sit there for a couple minutes will help that makeup set there and will be help the coverage stay on that problem area. All right, what do you say we do a little eyes? Use a base eyeshadow. Make sure you color correct with your foundation first, because that will neutralize any like vascular lines or different tones. We all have different tones in our eyelid. Our eyes are so thin and very vascularized, so they have different tones in them. So use a base color that matches your skin tone, okay? It'll help with weepiness if you get creasing in your eyes, and it will keep your shadow on longer. I'm gonna use this color called Zion on the outer corner, like a number 7 here, and I'll pull that color up a little higher on my brow bone, and I'm really sticking to the outer third of my eye, and I'll pull it into my crease, and I'm just swirling it. So you let the brush do the brushing, and I'm gonna pull that color over there, and I'm gonna take a little of the Zion and go under my lash line too. Kind of helps that whole eye waken up and widen up, which I love. I'll take big eyes all day long. All right, same on the other side, number 7 here, and then I'll bring the angle in really like toward the middle of my lid. You see that? And the key to getting a contoured eyeshadow is just blending it. Just let the brush and soften it, okay? Just let it brush and keep the color soft. No harsh lines, unless, you know, that's what you're doing. But for a daily look, it really just has to be really soft. It's a contour line. You can deepen it with another color. I might take this color Bird just on this outer part and kind of deepen it a little bit. This is the shadow brush. It is the bomb. It makes eyeshadow so simple. If you don't have that in your collection, that's definitely one that you're gonna want. All right, I love to put this color called Soulmate in the center, and actually, let's do it with my finger there, because then you can really see the shimmer. It's really pretty. That's always in my compact. So the colors I used for me were Stay Golden on the base, Zion, Bird, and this was the Starlit Illuminator that I had in the center. That was what I put on the side. And then up here is called Sabrina, and if you just think about your eyes in thirds, you can replicate this. I promise you can replicate this. Let me know. I can put the colors that I used in the comments too. And if you have any questions, just ask. I'll be happy to give you a shade recommendation. So you're not wondering. The colors look crazy in the tin. Like, would you have ever picked that? But I'm obsessed with it, and the virtual color match is really amazing. So to send in your selfie for a virtual color match, it's honestly how most of my recommendations occur. Not many have been in person lately, but the virtual color match is always a fantastic option. It's really how I run most of my business. And you stand in front of a window with no makeup on, and make sure the sun isn't shining directly into the window. So indirect sunlight, stand a couple feet back from the window, snap a picture of your neck, wear a neutral color shirt too, and try to be in a room that doesn't have like dark paint, because that'll alter the way that your picture looks. So wear a neutral shirt, take a couple pictures of your face, front, side, neck, and send them to me. And then I'll ask you a couple questions about your skin also. All right, so this was the line brush. That was my contour color. And so the eyes, my base is Stay Golden, which is an awesome color. Stay Golden, I'll show it to you. This is Stay Golden. It's like a taupe golden color, and all the proceeds for that go to foster care. It's one of our non-for-profit eyeshadows, along with Miha. And they're always in my compact. I never thought I would wear this, but I love it. So this was my base, and then I used Zion on the outer third, Bird to deepen the outer third in the crease, and then Sabrina in the arch, and then this was my illuminator, Starlit, and I use that in the inner corner of my eye as well. Okay, so if you did do the baking technique, get your brush and you'll just dust off any extra dust, any extra setting powder, and you're good to go. That looks pretty good from the beginning, huh? And then we'll do your lashes. I've been trying to curl my lashes lately. I use the lash serum, and they are growing long again, which is great, and it reminds me that I need to curl my lashes. So if you are loving your Saint makeup, add some girls to this group, tell everybody about it. I mean, my goal is to tell the entire world about this makeup because it's so awesome. And when the whole thing is there, it's just the coolest thing. So if you are willing to share your selfie, let me know, and I would love to feature you and hear some words from you on why you like it, what got you curious about it, and what you think about it. Because like, we all need to know, like, this is the best way to learn. That's why I love our group. You guys are so fun. All right, so let's do a pink lip. I'm gonna come back and do another round of lip. That's not lip gloss, that's mascara. This is Tropicana. This is the lip and cheek called Tropicana. And when you've got a bunch of them in here, it's so fun to just mix it up. So Tropicana, this is saffron. So fun. That looks so dark, but it blends in. And this is Hopelessly Devoted. Probably one of my favorite soft pinks. I love Hopelessly Devoted. Okay. So we've got a little pink in the eye with Zion. We had Tropicana, Saffron, Hopelessly Devoted. I think we're ready to go. And a little extra mascara. All right, so I hope you learned something new. Ask your questions, type your questions in. Share this with somebody that you think would love it. Tag them here, have them join the group, and let's host a Zoom call. I am doing lessons on Zoom these days because it's really interactive. So invite some of your gals, bring your makeup. I'll do a lesson, and when gals get their makeup, we can have a Zoom lesson as well. It's a really fun way. It's so interactive and so awesome. And then you'll be able to use that as a reference for later. So let's have a couple classes. I've got one more time next week that I could host a Zoom class for you. And then I have to start booking into March already, which is so amazing. I can't believe we're already thinking about March. So let's help your friends figure it out, and I hope you have a great day. What day is it? Wednesday. This is the longest week ever. Okay. Hope you learned something new. Talk to you soon.